Hey, how's everybody doing? Here, enjoying my Friday morning, getting started. Got myself some tea, ready to go. Um, got a few people in the chat here. How are y'all doing? Enjoying your evening if you're out in the States. I don't think we got much people out here in Asia. Europe, probably not much people at all. Okay, I hope my audio levels are high enough here. Should be fine. Cool. Alrighty, I'm just gonna get going before I start work for the day. Today, what's on the agenda? Basically, gonna be implementing match state, which, if you've played fighting games before, you know there's a phase before a fight starts that's like, hey, intro, and then you get like a message telling you when you can start acting. It's usually when your inputs become activated, you can move around. Some games let you move before, maybe not attack. And then you'll have like a conclusion to the round often, and when one player's health bar is depleted, and then you'll get like an ending phase for the round, and then you can go into the next round, and you'll have a specific round start phase thing again, and then repeat until you get to the end of the match. You have an end of match phase, and usually what happens is you'll have like a menu pop up that says if you want to either like rematch or return to the main menu or whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing today. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of get started. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask. I will do my best to describe what I'm doing. Okay, so kind of the design of this, we're gonna have like a state machine. So Zig, often in programming language, would implement like a state machine with something like an interface or base class with some callbacks functions that then you have like a state machine processor that goes through and calls those like on enter, on exit functions. But Zig doesn't really have vtables by default. You have to implement them yourselves. Vtables being virtual tables for you to go to the particular implementation of the function that you want that's stored in the base class. In any case, we're not going to use that. We're going to do something similar, I believe, with our that we had with the game state system, where I can pull it up here. I think the action states, where we had common states, and each state was just a function, and you passed in like a context. I'll talk about the context here in a second, but I think there was we had some kind of like, yeah. I don't know if we did this for the state machine, but we did have a context. I'll talk about it here in a second. Let's go to the context again, go to definition, and we had things like this. There's something like this where we have like access to the game's memory in a way, and I thought we had some kind of flags for indicating which kind of callback it is, so I'm going to ignore that for now because that looks like we had it. So but we are going to have like an on enter, on exit, ticking kind of thing for the states. Enter should be called once, exit should be called once for each state, and ticking can be called every frame at 60 hertz. Let's see. So yeah, and then state machine handler is going to be calling each of those state functions, and it's going to handle the transitions between these states. There'll be conditions. Oh, and each state is going to be able to, so each state can indicate the next state to execute. So there'll be a function to transition into. So there'll be a assignable variable for what state to transition into. I think we could pass around functions directly. I don't think we need to store like a enum or anything like that. Yes. I forgot exactly the function signature. Sorry, the type signature for a function, but we'll look into that. Quick. Do I have that in my Zig notes? Type signature. Oh, sorry. Function pointer. Do we have that function pointer? I'll add that to my notes somewhere down here. Where's functions? Functions. think we could just do something like this. Well, no, no, no. Okay, let's type in function pointer somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do this because I don't really know exactly what in Zig how you track the function pointer off the top of my head. I've probably done it somewhere though. Oh yeah, it's probably in our JSON code for serialization, right? So where's my assets stuff? Reactions, asset. In any case, yeah, let's jump in, and I'm gonna make a new file here. New file, call it match state dot zig. Alrighty. Yo, what's up, Jerry Gowen? Thank you for dropping by. Just working on implementing match state here for the Zig fighting game project. I know I'm gonna have to include some stuff here. I'm gonna include almost the same stuff from the action states, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. And what do we want? I'm gonna want the game state for sure. Maybe some of these things, I pull these in and drop that in. Input, not so much at the moment, but let's do this. What do we have in our common zip file? Probably look at the structure here. Don't know if we need any of that stuff, but so first of all, what does our state look like in the common states? So something like this. I'm just gonna copy this real quick, so I get some similar kind of signature here. Bool. Is it this or is it? I'm not gonna return anything. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna have a context. I'm gonna call it a state machine well, I'm gonna call it match state context. Look at this real quick. How do I define this? What I want to do, I want to go, where is it at? You want something like this. Match state context. So we're gonna have a pointer to that being passed in. Is that right? Okay. None of this stuff exists here. I'm gonna ignore this here. Wait. Okay, that should be good. So we're gonna call this. We're gonna have entry state. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna call this the entry state. So I'm just kind of like sketching out some things real quick. Entry state. And what's wrong here? We're not using it yet. Just to remind us that we're going to use it. And then we're going to have a. Actually, we're going to have. We're going to enum as well. We need to pass in. So how do you define enums? I forget. Similar to C though, right? Yeah. Okay, we're going to make a enum. I'm gonna call it match state. No. Match function flag. Match state function flag. Match state phase. Match state callback type. I don't know. Match state callback type. Makes sense to me. And we're gonna have call it. What do you call it? An enter, or I'm just gonna say enter, exit, and state called once when transitioning from the match state called every frame when the match state is active. Okay, so that's what we're gonna use. So sorry. I'm gonna describe this as blah blah blah. Use inform a match state which called that is being indicates. So we'll have the handler here, and handler's gonna be like, oh, I have this function. Okay. So called entry state. Then we're gonna have a intro state for sure. Oh, sorry, we need this. We need the callback type. So callback. No. Callback. Match state. Callback. I don't know if we need this whole like match state callback type. Let's call it callback type. It's going to be local to this function file. So I got a lot of C++ habits going on here. Alrighty, so then we're going to have a intro state, which is a match intro state, is what we're going to call it. And then let's copy. Let's come here. Oh, not used yet. Yeah. So yeah. And we're going to have like a very simple switch here on the callback. I get context and pulling it out. No, I don't. In any case, it's fine. How do we switch? Okay. And then we'll be like enter. Doesn't like that. I just want to put placeholders here. Okay, we're just gonna do a debug thing. So I'm gonna include standard array. I'm just gonna debug this real quick. So let's do blah, 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 blah. Common states. Okay, standard. Let's get into this. Get our debug going. Get our debug on. Was it standard.debug.print? Please. Okay. Match. Enter. Oh, it's gotta be a dot, right? Dot enter. Dot exit. Symmetrical, some crazy. Alright, and then tick. This is going to give us like a little template here to work with quickly. And then we just do something like this, right? I'll do a quick test here in a second. Because I want to try transitioning from here to here. Okay. And now in the match state context, we're going to have a timer for sure. So we're going to have like a I32 elapsed time. So this is going to be elapsed time since the match state started. Let's make that I32. Okay. I'm going to make this default 0. Okay. And so we have the context, and we're also going to have the state handler. I'm going to put it this file for now, at the very bottom. Yeah. So we're gonna have a. I don't know why I put pub const. Const. Oh yeah, yeah. Ours. Okay. So these need to be. Well, no, they don't need to be public. These don't need to be public either. I know it needs to be public though. So pub const match state handler. What's called match handler. Okay. And then somebody's pot past it, but we make a struct. I'm not in the habit of writing out big code at least so I need to remind myself. So we're gonna get back to this, but for now I'm gonna just pass the elapsed time. What? Oh my god. So yeah, I'm getting confused because of this. Sorry, the equal sign goes there. Okay. And so manages the match state machine basically. Okay. And then we're gonna have a current state, and it needs to be of this type signature, I guess. I don't know if I can just type this in here. How do I do zig function pointer? Zig function. Let's open up my browser thing here. Zig function pointer? Maybe that's it. So something like function with the signature in there. So function with this signature, I guess. And return type. This needs to be. I don't know. Fine. Does that work? Does it do it? Oh, I need to actually have a variable name, right? State callback. Thank you, Zig auto formatter. Okay. So it's not it. Function type cannot have been inferred or set. I don't know what it is. Have to just void. I don't think we actually need to have errors here. It could throw an error, but we'll get back to that. Okay, so we're going to do tracking the state using the state callback. That works. Okay, so that's not going to listen to compile error at least. And well, something's going to be tracking this match handler, right? So we need to keep this in our high-level game state, I believe. So game state.zig, and we have, is it the game data? No, we don't want game data. Not state machine component, but game state. So this is where like our high-level stuff is. Count, count, cool. Game data? No, not game data. Okay. Optional, cool. Should any of the function pointer optional? Maybe. We'll check that out. Okay. Match handler. Maybe this. I only include match. Match state, right? Food. Match goes port. Alrighty. Handles the match, manages the Alrighty, and then work. Let's see, what are we doing here? That's good, that's good. Where are we at? Let's just jump back to our notes. But next we get track current match state. Okay, we have this variable transition between states. We haven't done that yet. I haven't called the function yet. Okay, let's jump in and call the function. So we're gonna need a tick function. Okay, we're gonna need it's gonna need something inside of it. We're gonna pass. Probably game state, I think it's probably what we're gonna do. So we're gonna have a function. Okay, function tick. And now I'm forgetting the stall rules for Zig. Probably lowercase, I don't remember. But in any case, function tick, and we're gonna have I'm gonna pass in the game state, I believe, and then maybe it's game state, I forget. Is it game.gamestate? Game state. State right. I don't like that. I really should just do something like this, but in any case, I'll do this. And then we're gonna have elapsed time, and so what we're gonna do is we're going to increase elapsed time. Do we have plus plus in this thing? I think we do. Oh, sorry. We need a self, right? First of all, we need a self pointer, right? Which is going to be. We have a quick way to find out, right? Usually there's a self. We can just do the signature. So we know what it is. It's going to be a pointer. So we can modify its instance. And then this is going to be a pointer as well. So we can modify it. And it's going to be, I don't know, void. Is it complaining because games. Why is it complaining? What's it complaining about? Expect expression. What am I missing here? Function. Yeah. Okay. Why would it expect expression? Oh, I know why. My brain is not working here. Okay. That goes there. And then we need self. Does that work? Is it this? Expect expression. Is it pub function too? Is that right? I think. In any case, let's just see what the error is when I compile. You know what? This time. No, it's the only place we have plus plus. This is not a valid Zig. What am I missing here? Yeah, I know that. Is it? Oh, sorry. Get that part, but oh, what am I missing? So the struct. Inside the struct, I have a function call. Is it because of this? Well, this shouldn't be an issue, right? I hate when I get stuck like this. What am I missing? This should be all fine. Yeah, it really doesn't like this, whatever, right? Oh, hold on. Oh, that's one reason I was going to play with this. Must be constant or comp time. Wait, where is it complaining about this? What? Why is the error coming from here? Did I make a change without realizing it? Oh, I did. Oops. Wait, no, I just did this. Doesn't make any sense. Is it because this must be constant comp time because of this? Must be constant comp time because of what I added here? Is that what's causing the error? Okay. So something I've defined here makes part of it be constant or comp time. Constant comp time. What is the cause? Okay, can we get this is more input to explain it? Yeah. What is the constant comp time thing? What is it about? What on about? So struct requires comp time because of this field. So this needs to be comp time. Oh, yeah, I mean it makes sense, but give me a second here. This is what we're learning about Zig. Okay. Can it be optional? Can it be an optional? Let's go. Can I not have a pointer Zig like this? Well, this, yeah. Use, okay, we have to use that. Thank you. Very helpful compiler here. If you read the error messages here, it says use the star const function. Okay. Still got an error, but probably a different error. Struct declared here. Okay. Error missing struct field match handler. Oh. I have to initialize it. Okay. Right. Is that going to satisfy it? There's a few people in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. I see Crack was here. What's good, my man? Okay. Oh no, I didn't type capital here. Oh, we have struct fields, don't we? Let's go. I don't think I can do undefined with a pointer, right? I can't do that with for the state function callback. Can't do undefined, right? Maybe I can. Yeah. Okay, good. Sweet. So we do need an init function. So the first time we call, we don't necessarily do. Okay, I forget. Honestly, I forget. In any case, let's do. Good. I see you around, Correcto. Awesome. Yeah. So we're gonna have a first state, and because we could do just like making a init function, which is cool. We could do a init function which sets everything up. So let's do that. Init, and I'm not gonna pass anything in yet, but maybe it's fine. I don't know. And then we're going to assign the, we need current. Let's just say current state callback. Current state callback and make that equal to entry. We're going to do the entry. Entry state. I don't know why it wants to do this whole thing. Doesn't like that? Can't do that? Oh. Use of undeclared identify. Oh, yeah, it needs to be self. Pointer to match handler. Okay. Let's give self equals this. And actually, we're going to return match handler. No, well, wait. This is not what I want to do, actually. I want to do. So other init functions do something like that, right? We return a structure, initialize version of the structure. So we return a function. Okay, that's what we do. Alright, so we're going to return, instead of this, we're going to return a match state, match handler. Cannot type today. Return match handler, and then we're going to return the match handler. We can do this. But elapsed. I don't have the elapsed. Now we just need to do current state callback. Oh, okay. Hold on. Maybe I can do this. Var. I'm gonna say handler. Let's say entry state. No, it doesn't like that. Why it wants to autofill that out? That's strange. And then handler. I'm gonna do handler. Current state callback. We're gonna call. We need a context, but it's going to pass in a blank context for now. And then we're going to do dot. Can we just do dot? No, we can't. We have to do callback type dot. Enter. And then we can do this in the state machine. We can do match handler dot init. Now we're cooking with gas, I think. I didn't like this. What was I doing here? No name, no field name, current state call. Wait. Oh, we didn't like that either. Okay. Expected a pointer to found a const pointer. The pointer to a const function. I define it as const, but I know what the issue here is on this one. It needs a it's an argument list. In any case. Okay, what if I just make this... I forgot, what is it? Just... What does this mean? Constant from a function signature. Is it pointer? Const pointer. I always forget what zig means. It means zig. It's been a while. Do we have const? Why is this const? What does a const function pointer mean? Do I have any const functions in my whole project? Oh, I do. Oh, it's optional. Oh, so I use optional in the past. Okay. And my state machine for this, it's also the common states. These are, there's no const on this. Yet I have, these are different things, so. This is not my code, this is other code. Oh, no, here we are. So on start, on update. So we have these callbacks, right? And these have, defined as null, or yeah, undefined at the beginning. I don't know what's better or not, but for the purposes of moving forward, and again, optional, just set to null for now. Do I need to do this? No, I don't know what I'm doing here. What do we do in other places? Let's find this reference. How we do this? So I don't want to go to definition. I want to find references. Go to references. Well, we assigned by using a field. Oh. I see. I forgot how I did that in the past. Yeah, I made it a little bit more complicated than I wanted to. In any case, we'll build this and see what it complains about. Okay, expected type, pointer to function, found const. Okay, so it found a const. I'm gonna make this const, I guess. Ooh. Can I call optional type? Okay, get that. So it's not doing optional. That's how it goes. Oh, it may be undefined, not optional. That's not what I do. Make it a pointer and not an optional. Does that work? Does not work. Does not support array initialization syntax. Where is that at? Why? Okay. Expect pointer. Okay, I got it. So let's need a temporary thing here. It's not a shortcut. I use that as a shortcut, I believe. We're going to return a handler, right? Doesn't like this. Oh. Well, it could be mutated. Maybe? Let's say const for now, I don't know why. Space the pointer. So, whoa. Oh, do I need to be explicit? Is that what we do? I'll read about the expected match state context found const match state. Oh, Lord, that's why. I see. It's all coming together. I need to be explicit about being a reference. That's what's going on. Okay, that's all built. Did we get kind of did we get our match debug coming on? Not this, not generating. Probably somewhere in here it happened. We should really have a start phase for the game. Maybe not doing that in the init is not ideal. We should have like start. So the first tick, we start, right? Or before we tick, we start. Init and starting, different kind of things generally conceptually. And it's usually like setting up memory, but it's also correct. In any case, I'm going to call tick. See what's going on here. We're gonna do current state callback. We're gonna have to create a context. No, I'll deal with filling out this context here in a bit. How are we doing on time? 40 minutes, okay. I think we get pretty far here. Let's see. Get some breakfast would be great. Okay, we got a context, we can pass in the context. And the callback type is going to be callback type.tick for now. Win yourself. Okay, does that work? Alright, it is compiling. Looks like. Okay. Is our match? Okay, that is in the game state. Match, okay. And our game is what this is where we tick. We tick somewhere in here. So our while loop, we have our component updates, we have our debug stuff, we have our drawing. Wait, where's our game update? That's all this because I can't find where our game update is. Oh, here we go. So we have a game simulation update. Okay. Go to this definition. And we're going to do the match update before entities. I'm just saying that for now. I really don't know. So, we're just going for it. We're going to tick. And we're going to tick game state. I don't think we need to do an ampersand here. We'll see. Name is ignored. We'll just do try, because I don't know if we're going to allocate memory or not. Okay, there we go, and yep, it's dumping out. Tick entry state, okay. Sweet, so let's go back to our match state code here. I really should have had a inline here on these. All right. Do this for now. Okay, so we're gonna do our first state transition now, because let's look at our technical design stuff here. So, okay, state function something to flag for entering. Okay, each state can indicate the next state to transition. Okay, tracks the current match state, which we are tracking at. No transition yet. This gets called. We have a time sense, but we need to reset time. Hold on. Reset time. We don't need to do that. Okay, cool. Back to our match state code. And we're going to do a transition here. So, when do we transition? Well, we're going to have to indicate it somehow that there's a transition to be had. Probably do that with just an optional. So let's do that with an optional in the match state. So we have the current callback, and then we're going to, in our context, we're going to need a optional to indicate that we're going to transition. So we're kind of overloading meaning. Hold on here. If it's available, then we'll do the transition. We could add a flag that says transition equals true or whatever, but yeah. Since we're recreating this match state context, it's going to take on this default value every time. So instead of being undefined, we need a optional that's going to be null. And let's set that to optional. And do that. That's annoying. Okay. And we'll have something like, we're going to tick the match state and then check to see if there's a transition available. So we're calling this, we're going to tick, and we're going to go if self dot, sorry, not context dot, what do I even call it? Yeah, we need, it needs to be a variable, right? So let's call it next state that's set we will do, this is called transition for now. Transition, and then context that transition is available, then we're going to do a transition. And transition just involves first calling enter, calling exit on one, and then exit on the other. So we're going to do exit on this state. So do the exit, and then it's going to say self-depth current. This may not work actually, but that's right. We'll go to next state. Okay. The next state is going to be equal to, and then we'll call the just to be very clear, we'll do this. The next state we're going to call the on enter. So context, call back type, enter. This auto syntax complete stuff is driving me crazy. I'm gonna make this work. Is this gonna work? Okay, entry state tick. Okay, so that works. Now we need to do a transition. So, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in like the elapsed time just so I can track it here. So context.elapsed time. Oh, no. Okay. And then this is intro state. So we're going to do when if context of elapsed time, let's just say equals 20 frames or whatever, we're going to say context dot transition is going to be equal to batch intro. Can I even do this? Probably. No, not yet. Is it like this for the reason? Switches. Do I need to put this in brackets? Definitely a semicolon there. There we go. So this should trigger transition. Let's see if we're good. Let's give it a shot. Of course, I got some errors. Expect the 2 arguments. Expected 2 arguments found 1. Oh, yeah, I didn't do this at all, did I? Oops. I get the arguments in by default. Okay, and then I'm just going to do context.elapsed time, right? And then this, we should be good. Oh, I didn't increase the elapsed time, did I? Oh, I did. Hold on. Oh, I need to assign the elapsed time in the context, right? I need to fix this cold complete, it's driving me crazy. Okay, so we can see that at frame 20 we exit And when we enter the next state, then we start taking the next state. So it works as intended. And now I need to reset the elapsed time when we transition as well. I forgot about that. So let's reset here. And then when we call enter, elapsed time will hit and reset. So let's try that again. How are we doing on time? We got about 9 minutes here. I think we got most of what I wanted to do today. We can implement one more state. So now this is working. We can enter. Actually, the other part is I want to pass in the into the context. I want the game state. So this will give us access to all the entities and everything else in the world. So we need to add this game state. Make it equal to game state.gamestate. Needs to be a pointer, right? I think it needs to be a pointer. That's my guess. And then we need to everywhere we're creating game state context, we need to assign that game state, which we didn't pass an init. So principled entry, we shouldn't be doing it here. I'm going to change this in a second. So we're not going to do this. Wait, hold on. We can do this, but what I need to do is call this separately. So I'm going to make a new start function. And we're going to pass in the game state, which is a pointer to game state, right? Yeah, I know this, and I'm going to do this here. Then game state equals the game state, right? Doesn't like this because you just undeclared. Oh, I need that. I need a self. I need a selfie. Self. Pointer to match handler. And then we need to do the self. Okay. And this doesn't need to be. We can just return this. Should work. And now I just need to call start from somewhere. The way I'm going to do calling start is just going to be at not there. Probably be in the game simulation, I guess. Okay. Don't think we have a start function for the game simulation, so I'm just going to do if game state frame count equals 0. And we're just going to call it try game state dot match handler game state. Oh, not match handler. Oh wait, we need to do start. Okay, I think that works. So we have start being called now, and then we have, what did I want to do? Oh, so I want to have access to the game state for purposes. I'll get to it in a bit. We have time. 5 minutes. Okay, so I wanted to add the game context, so the game state context, solve whatever problem we have there. Yep, so we need to assign it here. So game state equals game state. That should work. Problem number 2. Pull this discarded game state. Yes, I get it. Okay, we have access to the game state now. Now we can check for health. Sweet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new state called round. We're going to add 2 more states, which is we're going to call it during fight or fighting state, and then we're going to have a round end state. Round end state. Fighting state. Ooh, fighting state. So we're gonna. So during our intro, we're going to transition into the fight state after a certain amount of time. Okay. We're gonna get rid of this condition here because we're gonna go directly into the intro. And then we're going to do, after a certain amount of time, we're gonna say stuff like match intro, whatever you like to say. I'm gonna get this rid of the bug stuff because it's in the way. Okay. That intro will be like 2 seconds. So 60 times 2. Oh, we can just do greater than. And then we'll go into not match intro but fighting state. And then it's fighting state, so we'll have like a conditional thing with fighting state. I'll keep the bug here for a second. So we need to get the game state context, game state, and the components dot stat. Stat. Sorry. Go back to my. What's health? Yeah, I want this, right? I want to do this. Where are we going? Going left, go right. Right, go left. Okay. Now we have the health. I'm going to check to see if the health is less than 0. Then we're going to transition to the round end. That's the idea. We're never going to transition out of it at the moment. Okay. Let's see. What is our 4? I'm going to check for every entity. Actually, we're just going to check the first 2 entities. Because we're going to have projectiles eventually, but yeah. Let's call it stat. So you know that? Okay, it's equal 0. So if this is the case, we're going to go to transition. So context, transition, transient, no. Okay, what's going on there? So that should be all good. We should go to round end. And if that's working, we're done. We're done for the day. Okay, what did I miss? We had a for loop, the capture, an if statement. Okay, expected this. I get that. What did I miss? Well, I know you can. Optimus does this, but. Do I need an index? Do I have to capture the index? I don't think so. It doesn't sound like Zik to me. What did I miss? Just. Oh, stat, sorry. Okay, it doesn't like this, it doesn't like this. Give me some more context. What actions do I have? Can I fix it? Oh god, it's AI. I don't want to use AI. So frustrating. Okay, get out of here, you AI. Expected equals found this. Expected equals. Why do they expect equals? What am I missing? Oh, that's why. Still another error. I don't. Where am I missing a semicolon? This is here. Well, that should be fine having this here. Oh, did I miss a switch here? Is that what's going on? Okay, we're great. Context of game state, good. Okay, let's see if this works. So I should be able to transition out of the map state once I defeat the character here. Get the health down to 0. If I don't knock him off the screen, that is. Okay. I'll deposit. There we go. The health is 0, and we can see here, round and tick. I should say 0 here, but we transitioned. We went from, oh wait, something went wrong. Transitioned way too early. So I guess the health. When is health not set to 0? Whoa, okay. Oh, it's because of this. I'm going to set it to some default value. Should probably fix it for now. Not the greatest way to go about things. It should be initialized to better value, but in case. So we're in fighting state tick right now. As you can see in the bottom here, it's scrolling. And then now we're at the round end tick. Okay, as you can see, it looks as expected. Yeah, we're round end tick. So one thing I want to do next time is start adding like intro and exit stuff for the match handling. This time we got through everything you see on this list, basically. And we also added additional states. If we pull up here, we can see them here. We got the entry state, which is the first state it goes into. Intro, which will show like the intro message and stuff, which will prevent characters from using input. And then we'll have a fight state, which is actually the battling, the fighting, and round in will freeze the game and briefly to know the round ended, and then it'll handle transitioning and resetting the match. We'll do that next time. But that's it for me for today. We got through everything I wanted to get through in 1 hour, which is fantastic. Hope to see y'all soon. I hope you're having a good evening out in America land, if you're out there, anywhere else on that side of the hemisphere. Have a good night, I guess, and see you soon. I'm gonna get to work. Get something to eat.